Pleasure speaking with you, sir, this morning. Now, first, India's state utility companies make losses of $9 billion annually, sir. We know that part of this is led by power sold non-remunerative agriculture, residential consumers, among other factors. Is it possible, sir, to undertake price hikes in such a tight scenario?
One, the losses have started coming down ever since we launched a program to attack the losses. And the losses are not only because of unremunerative tariffs, they're also because of AT&C, also because of transmission losses and theft, etc. Now, we have started a concerted program to reduce the losses, and this is having an impact. It's had a positive impact. So the losses will come down, and insofar as the agriculture is concerned, or let's say the domestic sector is concerned, insofar as cross subsidies are concerned, there are sectors which need priority attention. So cross subsidy is there, but that is not really the factor which is responsible for losses, because cross subsidy means that you charge some sectors slightly higher than the other sectors. But we are attacking the root causes of the losses, and they'll come down. They are coming down.
Okay. Mr. Singh, addition of fresh capacity by coal-based players is fraught with danger because there's no visibility of long-term PPAs anymore. In fact, some instances of existing PPAs are also there, which is a big setback, I guess, to players. What are your thoughts on the same?
You see, what had happened is that now we have one market throughout the country for power. We have one grid. You can transmit power from anywhere to anywhere. And we also have a spot market for power, so that the power is available on the grid whenever you want to buy it. But that quantity is limited. And our policy is clearly that you must have medium-term and long-term PPAs. That is the policy which I have enunciated ever since I joined. This is what I told the honorable ministers from states, that we believe in a distribution company having tied up sufficient sources of power to meet their annual average requirements, and that is something which we are going to put into the legislation as well, so that whenever as the demand rises, it translates into PPAs. So that steps we are already taking. Insofar as honoring of PPAs is concerned, we have not had any case of PPAs not being honored in the conventional sector. In the renewable sector, there were one or two cases where because some PPAs were entered into earlier which were at higher rates, and subsequently lower rates were discovered, there was some difficulty. But we said very clearly that whatever PPA has been entered into will be honored, and they are being honored. So there is no question of any PPAs not being honored. But basically, we are building a structure. The architecture which we are building will ensure that whatever the increase in demand is there translates into PPAs. That we are going to put this in the law, that before any distribution license is granted, or before that license is renewed, which we propose should happen every 5 years, the regulator must see, or the distribution company should show to the regulator that it has tied up.
Mr. Singh, power theft in the system remains high, at least in the system, and that is concentrated along in some of the key main states. How can this be reduced?
Yes, in fact, that is something which we are attacking. In the meeting with the states, this is what I have emphasized. Basically, there are a number of methods of reducing power theft which we have shared with the states, and the states are taking action. And we have found that compared to last year or the year before, last year the losses were less. Compared to last year, the past few months the losses have been less. One is the areas where there is a lot of theft. You put in aerial bunched cables, you put in smart meters which we are funding. We are giving money also for aerial bunched cables. You introduce feeder metering, for which we are giving money. You introduce distribution transformer metering, for which we are giving money. And so you can analyze at once as to where the theft is taking place. With aerial bunched cables, you will stop the theft physically. Then if there are areas which are endemic insofar as theft is concerned, we have advised them to give it out on a franchise basis. So all these things are happening, and we see a reduction in theft, and that theft will go, it will be history.